Hi, my name's Dana. I'm in the Hollyhock Garden, and today we're going to rescue some wasabi, and we're going to transplant it, and I'll show you how to divide it, and maybe we'll get to see an actual ready piece of wasabi. The reason why I say rescue the wasabi is if you come in here, you'll barely be able to see it because it is one of the favored plants of the pill bug. And so what we're going to do is we're going to move it. As you can see, the pill bugs have just absolutely devoured it, and they will completely eat it to nothing if we don't move it. And we're going to grow it in what's essentially a large container. This is not normally how wasabi is grown, but in the Hollyhock Garden it seems to be our most successful way of doing it because it keeps the bugs out. Now first off, we're just going to dig it up. Wasabi, and hopefully here, digs up quite easily. It's shallow rooted, it comes up quite easy. Don't want to break your shovel, just use a fork. So there you go, see it came up quite easily here. Now I'm just going to grab the clump and I'm going to shake some dirt off of it. That's fine. There we go. Now this, as I say, we're going to divide this. I'm going to pull it all apart, so it's okay to clean it up a little bit. And you know, with my scissors here, may as well take some of this stuff off right now. There's no leaves left on it. I'll make it a little just easier to look at and see where we're at. Okay, well let's take this wasabi to where we're going to divide it and plant it. Okay. Alright. So, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
Part of this is we're going to move this one too. This one's got a really nice chunk of wasabi on it, but it's not as great for dividing. This right here, that's the actual wasabi. So people often think it's the root, but it isn't the root. Here's the actual root of the wasabi that we're cleaning off. It's the second plant that I dug up. Here, after it grows for a few years, this is about a 3-year-old plant, it comes up like this. And this is quite a nice sized piece of wasabi right there. So we'll check that out in a bit. There's a pill bug or some sort of bug. Okay, let's go. Okay, so here we are. Now, what we're using as the container is this fountain. We decided that this year the fountain is going to become a container for holding our wasabi because we really want to keep growing wasabi here, but the bugs won't let us. So first off, let's once again look at the wasabi plant here that has the nice piece of wasabi on it. So like I say, this is a few years old. This grew for about a year in the Hollyhock Garden. Then I moved it into the greenhouse, and it lived all last year in the greenhouse producing this. And then we got our new greenhouse built, so it had to move outside, and now it needs a new home. So here we go. Let's just see if we can pull some of these apart. There we go. You see this? This is a new wasabi plant essentially. So you can see there's a tiny little bit of leaf there, and it will grow from inside here. You can see it was producing some wasabi as well. That's a little chunk of wasabi, it looks like to me. So it can be kind of hard pulling it apart sometimes. Some pieces will be nicer than others. That's a nicer piece because you can see the multiple little leaves there. So that's going to come forth and sprout quite nicely. So essentially what you can do here is all you really got to do is just put it in like that. Some dirt around it. Nice, moist, composty dirt. And, you know, that's essentially just replanting wasabi. So you can see when, sure, it takes a few years to get a really nice piece of wasabi, and then you got to dig the thing out, but you get so many more wasabi plants when you harvest your wasabi. It's very abundant. As you can see, here's more as you just start pulling it, trying to get closer and closer to your nice piece of wasabi. The thing just slowly comes apart. This is a nice one in here. Looks looks good to me. So it's alright if it cracks a little bit. It's still got roots on it. Still got the energy, that chunk of wasabi in there. So there's another nice piece there that'll grow quite well. Flip this stuff off. Just got some root on there, that's good. And so this one also, I'm going to plant in here. Make some room for its all root there. And just sort of place it like that, just above the soil. And once it starts recovering, it'll grow from there. This looks like an interesting bug here. I like this one. It looks like the type of thing that would like eat pill bugs or something like that. Definitely doesn't look like a wasabi eating bug. So I'm going to keep that one. Alright, and last, let's see if we can actually get at our piece of wasabi. It is tricky to actually get in there. There we go. We're starting to get closer to it. I don't want to snap it in half by accident. So we're getting to see all these wasabi plants again. This is just, there's going to be so many. That seems to be attached. Oh, look, nice ones here. Well, so yeah, as you can see, you got a dozen wasabi new plants that, you know, will thrive in this area. And we have a beautiful piece. So it's all right when you finally decide you want your piece of wasabi. Yes, it would keep growing. You could actually cut it off right here. It would probably regrow from there, but you have so many other plants. It's okay to let it go. There we go. And so when you go to finally prepare the wasabi, you would just sort of trim it up in there. You can see it's a little greenish inside. It's not super green because this is actual wasabi. It's not food coloring and mustard powder. There you go, look at that. So you know, before it gets used, it gets peeled. There's all this tough stuff on the outside. But you can see it's a beautiful color. And this being a few years old will have a decent amount of spice to it. Also, you know, the real wasabi root or rhizome is not as spicy as that powdered mustard powder, horseradish stuff. But it still has a little bit of a kick and beautiful nutty flavor. All right, well, thanks for bearing with me on our little wasabi adventure. We'll see you next time.